Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about using the Shaper tool. What I've got for you is a series of activities and I'm going to walk through how to do these, and then you're going to end up being able to make your own complex shapes using this very interesting and very usable tool. First and foremost, we're going to start up here at number 1, and I'm going to zoom in so everybody can see where I'm at, and we're just going to follow these basic shapes using the Shaper tool. Let's talk about what the Shaper tool is. First of all, it's found over here on my keyboard. It's Shift N on my toolbar, and on my keyboard I can type in Shift N. What the Shaper tool allows us to do is create complicated shapes by drawing almost with the pencil tool, and the computer can kind of figure out what it is I'm looking to do. For example, I'm just going to trace these so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to turn up my color into something a little different so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to trace these and show you that if I just draw a straight line, what it's going to do is just trace and create a very clean version, even if my version's kind of messy, and it's going to pop out a nice clean version of my tools here. So I'm just tracing these basic shapes, and you can see that I'm not doing a very beautiful job with the way I'm creating these, but that it creates the basic shapes. Now, on the more shapes, I've got you just kind of showing how to do angles. Now, the computer, if I do it like this, the lines will do it whatever angle you want. Okay, but you can also do ovals and it will figure that out. However, when you're trying to do things like this, shapes that are rotated, you can't do anything but a 45-degree angle. And you see that it automatically rotated it to a 45. So even if I create kind of this wonky version, let me do a longer version, it will automatically put it always at the same 45-degree angle. Okay. Now, if I'm using multiple shapes and I want to recreate, I'm going to use my Shaper tool and I'm going to use the Scribble Actions. And you can see I've got the different scribbles of where you should put yours in order to get the same as mine. And I want you to draw these 3 shapes that you see. And then you're going to use the Scribble Actions, and I want you to see what you get when you're all said and done. So first I'm going to draw myself a rectangle, or a square, excuse me. Then I'm going to draw a circle, and then I'm going to draw this polygon. Okay. Now, using the same Scribble action in between these areas, I'm just going to do in the middle, and you'll see what it does is it pops out this area. And you can see how those differ depending on the way you do them. Okay. Same thing, I'm just going to use the same one I've already drawn. If I scribble in this area, it will pop out holes in my shapes. For this one here, if I scribble out here, it's going to get rid of the edges or the fills. Now, the key with this is it depends. If you go outside, it will completely cut off the whole shape, and then I can modify these different pieces and change those colors so that you can see the different pieces of how it's connected. Okay. And then last, I'm going to make shapes merge. I'm going to merge shapes, and I'm going to scribble this way, merging that into one shape. So what I want you to do is I want you to try these out yourself in each of the boxes so that you can get these Scribble Actions down. All right, next we're going to work on complex shapes. So I'm going to show you how to draw the mountain and the moon, and then I want you to draw 2 other things, creating complex shapes with at least 5 shapes. Think of like flowers, trees, clouds, something very simple, and you're going to get a little creative on how to use the Shaper tool using these different Shaper actions and the shapes that we've used to create something interesting. So first we're going to do the mountain and the moon together. This is referenced in that Adobe video, but I'm going to walk you through it a little slower than that video. So I'm on my Shaper tool, and I'm going to start by drawing a diamond, which remember draws at 45 degrees. I'm going to draw a line right down the middle to divide so I can get my mountain. And using my scribbles, I'm going to scribble out the sides and scribble out the bottom. And then I'm going to pull this bad boy down so I have some space. Now I want some snow here. So using my Shaper tool, I'm going to draw a diamond here. I'm going to draw a diamond here. And I'm going to draw a diamond here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you can always move it if you don't like exactly the way it looks. And then I'm going to use my shaper tool to get rid of these extra items. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of this one. And now I've got these and I want to merge these into one. So then I'm going to scribble in between the three to create one shape. Now what I can do is, now that they're kind of locked in like this, I could take the three together and I can fill them with white. I can take this bottom and I can fill this with like a dusty blue. Oh, I selected just everything rather than just the base color. There we go. Fill that with blue. Then I'm just gonna have to come back because it's not cooperating with me very well, and fill these in with white. So now I've got my snow-capped mountain. And next I need my moon. So I'm gonna go back to my shaper tool and I'm gonna draw one circle and then I'm gonna draw another circle. And I want just this part right here. So I'm gonna scribble these away. And what's nice is let's say I wanted to make this smaller, I can move it and change the look of it. So now I can have my moon. And that is the mountain and the moon. So what I'd like for you to do is make your own kind of shaper complex items using that shaper tool, using your scribble actions, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Thanks.